Once upon a time, in a bustling city filled with lights and noise, there was a small, scruffy dog named Max. Max had no home, no family, and no place to call his own. Focusing on Max, a small dog with matted fur, wandering aimlessly. He looks at people passing by, hoping for a kind glance or a gentle touch, but everyone is too busy to notice. Max had been wandering the streets for as long as he could remember. Every day was a struggle to find food and a safe place to sleep. The city, with all its grandeur, was a lonely place for a little dog like Max. Max approaches a vendor selling hot dogs, sniffing the air hopefully. The vendor shoos him away, and Max lowers his head, walking away with a heavy heart. He tried to find comfort in the kindness of strangers, but often, he was met with coldness and indifference. The few times someone did offer him a scrap of food, it felt like a rare blessing. Max finds a small piece of bread on the ground and eagerly eats it. He looks around, his eyes reflecting a deep sadness. As the city lights dimmed and the streets grew quiet, Max would curl up in a cardboard box or under a park bench, trying to stay warm. He would listen to the distant sounds of laughter and wonder why he couldn't be part of that world. Max sees a group of children playing in a park. He approaches them with wagging tail, hoping for some affection. The children run away, frightened by his appearance. He longed for a gentle hand to pet him, a warm voice to call his name, and a place where he belonged. But it seemed that the world had no place for a little homeless dog. Max continues his journey, passing by warm homes with families inside. He peers through windows, watching people share meals and laughter. He watched through windows as families gathered for dinner, their homes filled with warmth and love. Max could only dream of such a life, his reality a stark contrast to the happiness he saw. Max finds a spot in an alleyway to rest. Rain begins to fall, and Max shivers from the cold. He looks up at the sky, raindrops mixing with his tears. Max would shiver in the rain, his small body barely able to withstand the chill. He would look up at the sky, silently asking why he had to endure such loneliness. A montage of Max's struggles, scavenging for food, being chased away by people, and sleeping in various uncomfortable places. Max's spirit grew weary, and his eyes lost the sparkle they once had. The world seemed so big and uncaring, and Max was just a small, forgotten part of it. One day, Max is lying in the street, too weak to move. A kind woman approaches and gently picks him up. But even in the darkest times, there can be a glimmer of hope. One day, when Max had nearly given up, a kind woman found him lying in the street. She saw the pain in his eyes and felt a tug at her heart. The woman carries Max to her car and takes him to a vet. The vet examines him, and the woman watches with concern. She took him to a vet, where Max received the care he so desperately needed. For the first time in a long while, Max felt the warmth of a gentle touch and the comfort of a kind voice. The woman takes Max home, where he is given a bath, food, and a soft bed. Max's eyes begin to shine with hope again. The woman took Max home, bathed him, fed him, and gave him a soft bed to sleep in. Max's heart, once filled with despair, began to heal. He had finally found the love and care he had longed for. Max's journey had been long and hard, but he had finally found his place in the world. A place where he was loved, cared for, and no longer alone. This little dog story reminds us that even in the darkest times, there is always hope for a better tomorrow.